advocacy,
empowerment,
awareness,
global Jewish peoplehood,
human rights,
Item 7,
exceptional, connections,
the essence of student activism.
The EUJS Ambassadors to the UN is a seminar that was created 11 years ago, which basically brings Jewish students from all over Europe and Israel for 5 days to Geneva to really explain to them what the Human Rights Council is.
Uncomparable experience to understand what goes on, primarily at the United Nations, but also in UN organizations and affiliated international organizations, and really gain a nuanced and detailed understanding that you wouldn't be able to get through any other organization.
There's nowhere else in the world where a student or a human rights activist like we are can actually take the floor in the same room as ambassadors. It seemed to be a sharp group. Their questions were good. There were some questions I didn't have easy answers for. That's always a sign of an intelligent audience.
Every great revolution in history always started with a group of young people sitting in a room. And I was there today and I saw a group of young, smart people sitting in the room. This is the kind of groups that can start a revolution.
I've always seen the United Nations in a very positive light. I wanted to work there when I was a child. It was the reason why I started studying law. And this was the reason why I came here, because you can't have this inside, meeting ambassadors that speak off the record. And this is something you can't have without the seminar.
I think it was incredible, the fact that we had a badge and we could go in all the rooms of the UN and assisting to the General Assembly.
I think what was unique this year is that we had a group of students that from the beginning on were very well prepared, and therefore they could ask questions that were to the spot, that many times challenged the speakers we met. But at the same time, they stayed polite, they knew how to address people.
I really liked the meeting because it was enriching for me. It's always nice to speak with young people, to hear their experience, to hear what they have to say. And what is nice about the questions, they really are provoking, and it's challenging for me to deal with them. They're asking things without any kind of taboos. This is important, this is all about.
It's a very smart group, it's challenging, and I think we had a really open conversation about the issues. And this is the generation that will have to go out there and fight the good fight.
It's a great way for students to get involved on both issues that are important for students, which are number one, being proud of being Jewish and defending Israel and the rights of Israelis to have human rights.
We need a better picture of what Israel actually is and what Jews do in their communities in Europe or around the world.
Being their representative here today makes me incredibly proud. It is student activists who are often at the forefront of pressing issues like this. We ask for no more double standards.
I wrote a speech on anti-Semitism, growing anti-Semitism across Europe, and it was selected, so I spoke at the UN Human Rights Council, which was a fantastic opportunity. It was an honor to represent European Union Jewish students there.
I was very excited. It's a unique life opportunity, at least when you're 21. I really loved it. I was so nervous, but the whole team and the group members, they calmed me down. Everyone was so supportive.
See those Jewish students, speaking about topics that are important to them and to our community, and really, really being advocates for the Jewish community and being part of this global Jewish peoplehood.
What I liked a lot in this seminar in particular is that when we finished the rounds, there were a lot of people that were still willing to talk about it.
I speak about
about international public law, and I am very happy to know about that.
It gives them tools to understand and to frame their own opinion. It's a good experience. They seem very interested, very engaged. I think we like working with EUJS. It's the 4th year we've been doing that.
Whilst we stayed here in Geneva and met with people, got to know the UN, our colleagues in Brussels were locked down due to the horrible attacks. And we had Purim, we celebrated Purim together then, which had a very, very strange taste to it. Being happy on a day, one day after those horrible attacks, in the beginning did not feel right. But we had a group that wanted to react proactively. And in the end, we had a Purim together that was not only meaningful, but also joyful in a fitting way, and I enjoyed being together with this group. I think this was my most meaningful moment during that seminar, and I'm very thankful for the group to have reacted in the way they did.
One of the main goals of this seminar to really empower Jewish students, and to get them engaged with all the different kind of human rights topics that are out there.
For me, it gives great encouragement to see the next generation of bright young people coming, getting engaged, learning what's happening. And it can be here at the United Nations, it could be at the European level at Brussels.
Group-wise, everyone got so much closer. We actually had a group that wants to stay together now, that wants to stay active together now. And I think this shows that across national boundaries, across national borders, in the end people like each other, are the same and share the same values.